Hello, welcome to my third instalment now of the Southampton career modes on FIFA 14. In this episode I'll be simming my final pre-season match and also playing the first game of the season against West Brom away from home. Of course, in real life this fixture has already been played and the Super Saints managed an impressive 1-0 away win against a pretty solid West Brom team, I reckon, who can do pretty well in this season. As you see there, we beat I think it's some German side 4-1, which is very, very good for chemistry-wise and players improvements and whatever you want to call it. I'm going to get some more information here, I think, on Burak Yilmaz, who will be. Well, I don't even know this because I haven't got far ahead, but I'm pretty sure he's going to be signing for me, hopefully. I really want to sign him on, and if I don't sign that, I'm going to be looking at Jesse Rodriguez because he could be one for the future. I'll have, hopefully, Ricky Lambert. I'm going to be trying to keep for the whole season. Probably have this season one more left in it, but he's going to be with me to the end. Like Alana, I'm keeping hold of him to the end. Prowse will try and keep hold of him to the end, as well as Luke Shaw. But youe Rodriguez would be someone I'd like to bring in. He'd be very expensive and he's a very good player. He's quite fast, good for finishing, good on the ball. And so yeah, he is an all-round fantastic player. Here you see me accept George Long. This is the one we were telling you about. I now accepted George Long, giving me that second goalkeeper. Meaning that even though Gazzaniga is, I think, 64 rated, which is what George Long turns out to be on here. I'm pretty sure it turns out to be 64. Yes, he does turn out to be 64. I'm pretty certain of that. No, yes, he does. In my notes, he does turn out to be 64. Even though Gazzaniga is also 64 rated, and I got 3. George Long is 2 years younger than him, and his potential is also 88, where Gazzaniga's potential is only 84. So he's 2 years younger than him, and he gets 4 higher in potential as well. I see my offer now for Burak Yilmaz. I've finally put in an offer after he's been completely scouted. He is 28, I think, that is his age, 28, so he is on a bit. He's about the same age as Osvaldo. Of course, he will be better than Ricky Lambert, I'm pretty certain of that. He's a striker who looks quite fast there. He's got good strength, good finishing, good ability. He looks like he could be a very, very good signing if I do get him on the team. As I'm recording this, I still haven't even signed him yet. Something I've been looking to do, signing him, maybe youe Rodriguez. It's my choice really whether I want to sign, whether I want to be signing Burak Yilmaz or Jesse Rodriguez, because both of them would be very nice to have on the team. One of them would be better for the long run, and one of them would be better for getting some quick fire goals now. I think what I'll probably end up doing is trying to my best to sign on Burak Yilmaz here, and then signing youe Rodriguez next season after Burak Yilmaz has come in, scored a few goals. Starting to get a bit older, bring in youe Rodriguez, use him a bit more, obviously have Yilmaz there to score some, and of course have Ricky Lambert around every now and again, put him on the pitch, get him a few goals as well, but probably his last season next year. Anyway, in the game here, we are now going into squad, I think, where I'm going to sort out my team. No, we've gone back into Global Transfer Network, where we're going to look at our strikers here. youe Rodriguez on the right. Definitely the one I'm going to be looking at. I'm going to be 11 days remaining for his scouting before he becomes fully scouted and we know as much as we can about him. So yes, we're now going into the squad look. I think we're going into squad. No, central. What are we doing? Advancing. Okay, we are now advancing. Took my time. I forgot what I did. I recorded this earlier this morning and recorded the footage earlier this morning. And I've been out all day. With some parties, maybe at football, a house party, as you do. But we're coming up now. We're just a few days away from our first game of the season. And of course, what's the thing you want to do in the first game of the season? You want to get a good win under your belt. Of course, we don't have the easiest of starts. We are away to West Brom. We had a harder start last season, of course, away to Manchester City. That's the hardest possible start really last year. And if Manchester City had played well all season, and if we as Southampton hadn't pretty much gifted Manchester United the title in some ways by injuring Aguero for like half the season in the first match of the season, and then beating them 3-1 at St Mary's as well, then I reckon it would have been a lot tougher for Man United. But here you go. Galatasaray has accepted my offer for Burak Yilmaz, sorry. As I sent in the offer for him. I'm pretty sure he rejects it. Yeah, he does reject the offer. And then I sent him another one of £75,000 a week. And to be honest, you can't really refuse that. I mean, it doesn't matter who it is, how good you are at the club. If you get an offer for £75,000 a week, I don't even know why he rejected £50,000 a week. He's going to get played more here. He's going to play a lot here. We're an ambitious club. He can't really get any further with Galatasaray. They're already winning everything over there in the Turkish league. So to be perfectly honest, I don't see any reason as to why he shouldn't be coming here and playing out the rest of his career at Southampton. And hopefully by the time he gets retired, we'll be at the top of the table, top of the cherry. The 3 years contract is as much as I'm going to help you keep him for. I'll probably just send him on after that if I can, because he'll hopefully be around about 87 or whatever. But that's probably won't be anywhere near that. But oh well. So we're coming up to this match now. Yeah, as you see, he rejects here. I think it's rejected. Something there. Yeah, that is the rejected one. So we're going to go to the contract offer, and he says he's the top player of his club and doesn't want to relocate. So I'll offer him £75,000, a £25,000 increase, which is a lot. Back to being crucial again for 3 years. And yes, that is how we roll here. We are now picking up on getting close to this first thing, getting close to the first match. I think there's still 4 minutes before we can get to the match. It does take me a while to get into the game. Looking through a lot of Gribbo transfer network stuff and what players are going to be like in the future and what players I really think are going to be good for me. And what players really aren't going to be any point in signing or even scouting further. So yeah. To be honest, with Southampton, we're going to look to try and get as good a start as possible against West Bromwich Albion. It's going to be tough, of course, away from home in the first game of the season against a solid West Brom team. You have made some good signings, like Sessegnon. He's a fantastic player in this game. Thinking of another one. I can't really think of them anymore. I don't really know the West Brom team, but I know they have signed Sessegnon. Fortunately, they didn't have Lukaku this year. He's gone to Everton, and he's made them even better. Everton already a very solid team, and now they're even better than they were. Of course, they have lost Fellaini, and he is an absolute god in this game because of his size and his strength. That means a lot this year. He's decent size, good strength, and he can hit the ball well from distance as well. And headers are very, very useful in this game. If you have someone on your team who's good at headers, like I have Ricky Lambert, who is absolutely fantastic at heading. If you have someone who's good at heading in your team, you will score goals, because heading is very important. It's very difficult to create chances in this game, I think. You have to work well, you have to move around the box well. You have to create it with your own way of doing it, really. You have to build it up slowly, and you've got to wait till the players go. In the previous Fifas, you could pass it to someone's feet, and they would get the ball and they would sprint as hard as they can forward. But in these Fifas, you've got to build it up, you've got to wait for someone to make a run, and then you give it to them. Obviously, if you give it to someone's feet and they have a bit of space, they'll run into it. But I've learned by playing friends get annoyed at this. When the player gets the ball at the feet, they want to sprint straight away. You don't do that. You take 5 or 10 yards, really, if you want to, as a jog. If someone's on the player, try and jog it round. If you think you have if you have a player, you can do that. If you don't, obviously, the easiest thing would be just to knock it off to someone else in a better position. And that's how this game rolls, really. You just got to keep moving it around till you get the player who is on the run, and then you can play it through. And it is pretty easy to score once you're in those sort of positions, I think. So we're going to come up to this match now, where I will be giving you highlights and goals. I pick home kit, obviously West Brom get their home kit. So you see my team there. You obviously don't get to see the opposition's team on this game at all. So that way you don't know who they have on, whatever. But players warm up now. You have to wait to get into the match just in case you find some form of way of discovering who they are. So we're into the match now. We're going to quickly whip onto this. The lob pass. Yeah, I'm not very good at this, just to warn you. That was awful. I get it this time, I think. Yes, I do. And that was nice. I did enjoy getting that. Very, very much. This game I'm about to play against West Brom was an entertaining game, to say the least. There were plenty of chances, both teams. I probably had the most chances, with around about 7 or 8 shots, I think it was, in the end of the game. And I did play well, and there's loading screen's not really any different to any other game. It's just the fans' reaction to the players as they come out is better. The fact that the team is at home now makes a big difference. I've got some chance in my game, because I like to put chance on. I think it makes the game a bit more realistic, and that's the way FIFA's come out to be now, a realistic game. It makes the fans sound better, it just gives you a better atmosphere when you're playing on your own with no one there. To be playing in a game sort of this thing, and to have chants in the background, singing "Oh Won the Saints," or "Who the fuck is laughing now," or whatever it was, or over Ricky Lambert, or even "Come on you Reds," or whatever you want to call it. West Brom as we are the Midlands, or whatever you want, or whatever, it doesn't really matter. Anyway, we're coming up towards the first goal here. It's a good bit of play inside there. Lallana hits it hard, and unfortunately for West Brom's goalkeeper, he can only parry it into the corner of the net. And it's 1-0 for me, and this is a celebration I got for free because I pre-ordered the game with Amazon. It's the Wave. You can unlock this along with Belly Flop, and I don't know what the other one is. At level 29, it's a free pack deal for player celebrations, but it's a good finish. It's hit well. Preferably I'd rather to go in the corner more, but it seems better just having the keeper parry it in because you know that you've done well. Up now we have a West Bromwich Albion chance, I think, coming up here. Yep, the ball comes in, and it's a simple header really, off Anelka's head. But straight at Boric, and I can break away now. I'm going to get myself to the other end of the pitch. No, I'm not, I lie. They're back in again, they have another chance, and Boric makes another good save. So at this point it looked as though they were going to get back level with me. But I managed to work it through and hold on till half time, as you see here. Half time 1-0. This half was more half and half, sort of Matt. Half and half. It was both ends of the pitch, teams having chances. Those are the best 3 chances of the game. Of course I scored one, they missed their one. But now we have a ball through here. Shot, well saved. Another header, well saved there. But Ricky Lambert there, a very acute angle, but he puts it home. And in real life, if we're going to count that, that would be Ricky Lambert's 199th Premier League goal, Football League goal. He did get his 200 today against Crystal Palace as I'm recording this, but you saw there the Movember celebration. I kind of like that celebration. I think it's something funny to add in. Next up, we have another goal here. Lallana, there's something else you can do. If you get the ball away, you can play it to that man through, and he will score that every single time if you know what you're doing. And Lallana gets away from him, points into him. It's a lovely bit of work from Lambert in the end. Atmos was a defender. So that was something Lambert's very good at. Atmos was the player, puts through Lallana, and that is a very, very comfortable finish for Lallana. He will score that every single time if you get him in that sort of position. And at 24, I think he is, or whatever, he's very good. Ball in the box now, bit of a turn. This is West Brom's first chance for the second half, really. That gets cleared. And from the throw, I get it back as a substitution here for West Brom. I just had to skip it because I can't really want to put the subs in. But we break quite quickly. We get on the other end. It's a fast-paced move. You put it forward. It's a good bit of work. In the end, the ball gets squared, I think, here to Gaston Ramirez, whose shot is parried by the goalkeeper and then eventually collected by the defender, cleared out, and that takes it to full time, where we come out 3-0 victors in our first game away from home at West Brom. That does of course put us joint top at the table. Arsenal also won 3-0 in their first game, and 5 teams of course won their matches, and to be honest I'm quite happy with that.